Hey, Shalom wa qam Yasharahla. Today we're going to read the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapters 48 and 49. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 48. Then stood up Elias the prophet as fire, and his word burned like a lamp. He brought a sore famine upon them, and by his zeal he diminished their number. By the word of the Lord he shut up the heaven, and also 3 times brought down fire. O Elias, how wast thou honored in thy wondrous deeds? And who made glory like unto thee? Who didst raise up a dead man from death, and his soul from the place of the dead? By the word of the Most High. Who broughtest kings to destruction, and honorable men from their bed? Who heardest the rebuke of the Lord in Sinai, and in Horeb the judgment of vengeance? Who anointest kings to take revenge, and prophets to succeed after him? Who was taken up in a whirlwind of fire, and in a chariot of fiery horses? Who was ordained for reproofs in their times, to pacify the wrath of the Lord's judgment, before it break forth into fury, and to turn the heart of the father unto the son, and to restore the tribes of Jacob? Blessed are they that saw thee, and slept in love, for we shall surely live. Elias it was, who was covered with a whirlwind, and Ecclesiasticus was filled with his spirit. Whilst he lived, he was not moved with the presence of any prince, neither could any bring him into subjection. No word could overcome him, and after his death his body prophesied. He did wonders in his life, and at his death were his works marvelous. For all this the people repented not, neither departed they from their sins, till they were spoiled and carried out of their land, and were scattered through all the earth. Yet there remained a small people, and a ruler in the house of David, of whom some did that which was pleasing to the Most High, and some multiplied sins. Ezekias fortified his city, and brought in water into the midst thereof. He digged the hard rock with iron, and made wells for water. In his time Sennacherib came up, and sent Rabsaces, and lifted up his hand against Sion, and boasted proudly. Then trembled their hearts and hands, and they were in pain as women in travail. But they called upon the Lord, which is merciful, and stretched out their hands toward him. And immediately the Holy One heard them out of heaven, and delivered them by the ministry of Isai. He smote the host of the Assyrians, and his angel destroyed them. For Ezekias had done the thing that pleased the Lord, and was strong in the ways of David his father, as Isai the prophet, who was great and faithful in his vision, had commanded him. In his time the sun went backward, and he lengthened the king's life. He saw by an excellent spirit what should come to pass at the last, and he comforted them that mourn in Sion. He shewed what should come to pass forever, and secret things wherever they came. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 49. The remembrance of Josias is like the composition of the perfume that is made by the art of the apothecary. It is sweet as honey in all mouths, and as music at a banquet of wine. He behaved himself uprightly in the conversation of the people, and took away the abominations of iniquity. He directed his heart unto the Lord, and in the time of the ungodly he established the worship of Yahweh. All except David and Ezekias and Josias were defective, for they forsook the law of the Most High. Even the kings of Judah failed. Therefore he gave their power unto others, and their glory to a strange nation. They burnt the chosen city of the sanctuary, and made the streets desolate, according to the prophecy of Jeremiah. For they entreated him evil, who nevertheless was a prophet, sanctified in his mother's womb, that he might root out and afflict and destroy, and that he might build up also and plant. It was Ezekiel who saw the glorious vision which was shewed him upon the chariot of the cherubims. For he made mention of the enemies under the figure of the rain, and directed them that went right. And of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed, and let their bones flourish again out of their place. For they comforted Jacob, and delivered them by a short hope. How shall we magnify Zerubbabel? Even he was a signet on the right hand. So was Jesus the son of Josedech, who in their time builded the house, and set up an holy temple to the Lord, which was prepared for everlasting glory. And among the elect was Nehemiah, who renowned is great, who raised up for us the walls that were fallen, and set up the gates and the bars, and raised up our ruins again. But upon the earth was no man created like Enoch, for he was taken from the earth, neither was there a man born like unto Joseph, a governor of his brethren, a stay of the people, whose bones were regarded of the Lord. Sem and Seth were in great honor among men, and so was Adam above every living thing in the creation. That's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapters 48 and 49. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakathum, and as always, double shalom.